Greetings, YouTube! Today, we're going to be talking about a very cool match. I'm wearing the shirt. Well, it doesn't say it on the front, but on the back, it says the Gauntlet. That's right. I shot the Gauntlet match, which it's put on by Zoo City Defense. It is kind of in the spirit of maybe tactical games or proving grounds, which are similar kind of physically demanding matches. But because it's put on by Zoo City Armory, that means the shooting is a little bit more interesting. It's put on at the what used to be the Carolina Guns and Gear Range in Asheboro, North Carolina. It's really, really cool match. If you are into that kind of physical match, like the tactical games or the proving grounds, this is definitely a cool match for you. I am not into that kind of match. I work out a bit, but I'm not really like a CrossFitter or anything like that. I tend to stick to other kinds of matches. It's not my favorite thing. All right, so the divisions in the Gauntlet. There's 3 divisions. There's 3 divisions in the Gauntlet. The first one is called Classic, and that's what I shot. Essentially, the weight is capped at 50 pounds, although that's not really true because there was 2 50-pound farmer's carry with 2 50-pound dumbbells. The weight is around 50 pounds, I should say. The next division up is going to be Heroic. Heroic is capped at like around 100 pounds, and you also have to wear a plate carrier, a la, tactical games or proving grounds. And then beyond Heroic, there's Legendary. A couple of my wacko friends shot in Legendary. I think the weight is capped at like 175 or 150 or something. I don't know. It's some crazy weights plus the plate carrier and big guy division. So that's never a division I'm interested in shooting. It's not really my thing. But I shot Classic. I think I did pretty well. I'll tell you my placement at the end. What guns did I shoot? Well, I shot my my Race City 2011. This is a pretty neat pistol built for me by Race City. A very early Race City gun. It's their it's serial number 4. So this gun worked just fine for me. Everything was open. All the guns were in open pretty much. I don't think there were any restrictions on your guns. You could pretty much run whatever. It's a 2-gun event. There's no shotgun. So I also ran this. It's kind of my more serious rifles, and it actually had a problem where the gas block got slightly canted, just enough so that the gun didn't work. So I had to borrow a rifle. This is kind of becoming a theme in my competition experience. There's also something called the Spirit of the Gauntlet, which is actually pretty cool. It's like you're allowed to coach, and you're allowed to cheer people on, encouraged to cheer people on while they're competing. Most of the time, 3-gun and 2-gun events, you're not allowed to coach people. What that means is like somebody walks by a target, you can't be like, you forgot a target as a spectator, right? Or as a friend or whoever. You can't be like, oh, you forgot that target right there. For the Gauntlet, that's actually okay. You can coach people, for long range and be like calling hits like, oh, you're a little low left. Okay, bring it up. Yeah, like that's generally not allowed, 2 and 3-gun, but at the Gauntlet, that's all okay. And you can also switch guns during the match. And in my case, my rifle went down in the middle of the stage, and instead of absolutely bombing the stage, my friend Calvin gave me his rifle in the middle of the stage, which was actually pretty cool. We'll get to that footage here in a minute, but that was kind of I received an orbital drop of Calvin's rifle, which is actually a really cool rifle, and completed the stage with it, which is pretty neat, and also completed the match because my gun didn't work no more. So let's get into the match footage, and I'll take you along with the Type 2 fun. Type 2 fun for the Gauntlet.
Ready, set, go.
Alright, for this stage you had to carry around a sandbag, which was going to be various weight depending on your division. That was a 50-pound sandbag for me. And then you're going to shoot through these ports, the white ports, one hit on target each port. For safety reasons, between shooting portions, when you're doing the physical stuff, you just clear out your gun. So your rifle, your pistol, you just literally just drop the mag and jack the round out of the chamber, and the RO is like, okay, you're good. That's just basic safety. It's kind of different from other matches where you might be running around with a hot gun. Your rifle is probably going to be sweeping everybody, and you might be going prone with your pistol, so it's going to be easier to just unload your rifle or pistol every time you're done shooting. So this is some prone pistol shooting. It's not really something I do very often. It's also one-handed pistol shooting, so you have to make some hits with your right hand and then your left hand. It was kind of challenging, but I was shooting at 2011, which is basically cheating. You can hear the ROs calling out my time. You have I think it was a 4-minute time frame to do all of this stuff and finish up. There was a penalty for not finishing the stage, so they're just kind of updating my times. I also shot this long range with just a dot and a magnifier. I wanted to practice doing that, and I did eventually make my hits out to 400 with it. So watching this footage, this is pretty painful to watch. I took way too long on the long range, just going to war with it. Again, just doing it with a red dot with the magnifier, so that's a little bit more challenging than using a scope.
Drop it. Clear. 15 seconds. Get in the car. Go. Good. Woo. All right.
They didn't set it up for me like that.
So this was a super fun stage for me, even though I didn't do that well. Basically, you start out with a little bit of rifle. There's some rifle paper, and then there's some static rifle in that bay there. It's kind of small. It has to be engaged from the tank trap. So after the first rifle section, you have to pick up these, I'm not sure what they're called, big plate thingies, and carry them over here. Probably got a one hit on paper there. You drop them off for the final rifle section later, but in between you got this long pistol section, which was actually really fun. So that's the RO telling me about a paper that I have to engage there. If I walked any further, I'd be breaking the 180. So that's just an example of some friendly coaching that you're allowed to do at this match.
You have one on the left of the barrels. Hit. Clear.
You pick these things up again. Mine were, they were fairly lightweight. I can't remember how much they weighed, but watching the other guys pick up the heavier ones, they looked like they really sucked. So right about here, great timing, by the way, during the spinner. I noticed something's kind of screwy with my rifle. It starts to malfunction, and that's foreshadowing for the next few stages here.
Time!
Still gotta bring it back. Just like gonna be fast about it.
That's my buddy Yun. Just making a little joke there. That was a pretty rough stage for me. Obviously, I didn't finish it. Somehow managed to still finish pretty well. I guess most people in my division didn't finish this stage. It was a pretty rough stage. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty bad.
Stand by! Go!
Okay, the rope stage. This stage sucked. By far my worst stage. Started out with a little bit of Jason Byerly brain teaser. The paper ended up being rifle that you shoot later, and the steel is pistol. So obviously you've got disappearing targets everywhere, and typical Zoo City stuff to make your brain hurt while you're doing physical tasks. And of course I pull a Broadwell here, which is reloading for one shot.
Alright. Up! Yeah, lock!
You got it. There you go, wrap around, stomp on top of it. On top of your foot. There you go. Now stand up. Reach high. Pull your knees up to your elbows. And then regain that bite. I'm pretty sure you were probably that.
What's really frustrating about this is that I had done it earlier before the match, and then I did it after the match too, just to prove that I could actually climb up the frickin' rope. But I just couldn't get a grasp on it with my feet, and yep, didn't climb the rope. Really pissed me off. Okay, you remember that foreshadowing? Yeah, well, my rifle has become a bolt-action rifle now, which is pretty unfortunate. And also I kept missing, probably because I was racking the round out every time, which is really freaking annoying. But anyway, my rifle doesn't work at this point, and I'm kind of panicking a little bit. Alright, I sped this up because it's really painful to watch.
Give him another
What's
rifle.
about to happen here is pretty freaking cool.
Hey!
Greg! Get another rifle.
Watch the sling, watch the sling.
Make sure that's clear.
Make sure it's clear.
Yeah, clear. Holy shit.
Left.
So I'm about to time out, but I wouldn't have been able to shoot all those targets with my rifle, so really grateful to Calvin there. He's standing right next to me for letting me his rifle. Alright, so I'm pretty happy about my performance on this stage. This was a pretty interesting stage. You started out in the van and shot a bunch of pistol, and then you picked up your class appropriate sandbag, carried it over to the other bay and shot rifle, and then you had to drag it back, which was super duper fun. Now, a 50-pound bag isn't really all that heavy for most men, but combine it with trying to shoot a match at the same time, it actually added quite a bit of challenge, and I was pretty smoked. This was the third stage, I think, that I had shot that day, and, or no, maybe it was the fourth stage. Anyway, it really became quite a lot to do the physical tasks at the end of the day.
That can sounds nice, huh?
This is really funny because I get done shooting the stage and I unload my rifle. I'm just standing there like I don't have any more to do, which is normally true for a shooting stage. You get done shooting, you unload your gun. Well, not at the Gauntlet. You still have to drag that stupid sled. So Yen yells at me. It's pretty funny.
You're not finished. Not unload and show clear. What the hell are you doing? You think it's unload and show clear? No, gotta keep going.
You ever have those nightmares where you feel like you're running in quicksand? Well, yeah, that's what this felt like.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Greg.
Hi! Nice work.
So, Greg, did you thought it was unload and show clear?
Go!
Pull another Broadwell here. It's reloading for one plate, and then I had to unload it right away. That's pretty cool. So this is the last stage of the day, and I was pretty smoked. Obviously, everybody was. It's a hot, warm day, even though it was in March. And luckily, I think the physical challenge for this stage was one of the easier ones. It was just moving these kettlebells up and down the hill while between bays. So that was merciful. If it had been one of the other harder physical challenges, it would have been way tougher.
Clear, clear. That's what I was saying, clear.
There you go, brother. Oh yeah. Get up there, get up there.
Stay with it, breathe. There you go, come on. Downhill after this, come on. Down here, Chris, go. 20 yards, come on, man. Come on, Greg.
So I walked away with 6th overall in Classic out of 19, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I came in 26th overall out of 64 shooters. So that's not too bad for me. I'm happy with that performance. I know I could have done better, but I think it was designed to be a really difficult match, and it was a smoke show, no matter what division you were in. I think if I shoot it again, I'd like to shoot Heroic. I know I won't do as well. I'm just, I hope I won't injure myself if I do that, but I think next time I shoot it, I'll do Heroic probably. This video is brought to you by Greg's Grips. This is definitely an American-made 1911 with actually American-made Carlo Walnut Double Diamond grips made by yours truly. Available at gregsgrips.com. Also, Hudson H9 or Daniel Defense H9 grips are available too if you have one of those and you want to beautify your Daniel Defense H9. I make walnut grips or any other kind of wood. Just send me a DM and I'll get you hooked up.
Nice grips. Oh.
Oh.